Welcome to a Yakuza 0 100% trophy guide video. In this video we're going to talk about a matter of life or death trophy. So for this one it is essentially for completing chapter 4. If you're having any trouble with it on legendary, essentially all you have to do is beat the big Chinese massage therapist in a fight, who is really vulnerable to the slugger skill set. So if you use the slugger and you get him in that loop where you hit him 3 times and then I think it's square, 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 triangle, and then just keep tapping triangle and it'll keep flipping it behind his head and it'll keep him in a stun loop, and then he ends it with a kick which knocks him over, and then you slam him and then you do the exact same thing again. Watch out for the walls because you will bounce off the walls if you're too close to them, but that said, pretty easy fight if you get into that. He shouldn't give you too much trouble if you get the loop right. And obviously always take health items with you at all times in the Yakuza games if you're struggling with the combat in any way. You will have to learn the combat in the climax battles, so get used to fighting these bosses because they get a bit crazy later on. But yeah, so the story essentially at the moment is can't remember her name. I think she's called Makoto or something. It's been a while. I love this game as well, and I just can't remember. But yeah, the massage therapist is blind, and she can't see that he's a Yakuza dude. Otherwise, she wouldn't be doing this massage, or she wouldn't be as sort of fearless, so to speak. But yeah, she's had a rough time of it, and essentially the Chinese massage therapist is protecting her, and the Yakuza want her because I'm not going to ruin the story actually, I won't do it, but she's important to the Yakuza for certain things. But yeah, so Majima has to fight the Chinese dude, which, if you're struggling with this fight, just watch what I do. It's not that bad at all, even on legendary. Most of the fights aren't that bad on legendary, to be honest. I mean, if you take heals with you, you can pretty much tank everything. The only time it gets a bit awkward is when you start doing the gauntlets and then the boss. So, like, especially the last chapter where there's a gauntlet for both characters, and then I can't remember his name. Is it Sawisharo or something? He's the end boss basically. He's proper rough. But yeah, you'll get used to it. So in this one I've gone for the breaker tactic, so it's seemingly working. So you can use breaker if you want. Slugger is a way better tactic for me. I would always use slugger because you don't even get close to him. He can't react to it. He just gets hit, and there's nothing he can do essentially. And he's got some crazy moves, so I'd watch out because they can do some damage on legendary if you are on legendary. But make sure to take the heals with you. Use your heat actions as much as you can. Here we go. Pulls out that 3, bam, bam, bam. He'll block some of the hits. Doesn't really matter because he's going to get kicked in the face. Bam, down. Heat action on the ground. Run over, slam him with the backhand, and then repeat the process. It's really simple, really effective. Make sure you get the QTEs correct, otherwise you'll be losing a considerable amount of health. And yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, after this fight there is a sort of section which I've left it in, that's why it's such a long video, because you have to do sort of routes. You have to do a route through well, you're holding the girl's hand basically, and you have to do a route through the Yakuza throughout the whole town pretty much. And there's little blue sections where you can, it's like a rest area where the enemy won't notice you, you're sort of hiding, you're away from them. And yeah, so it's kind of a hide and seek kind of thing. You watch their pattern, they come towards you, you hide. As soon as they turn around, you get out of that hiding spot and you start running in the correct direction where you need to go. So after that fight as well, you fight 3 more Yakuza. One has a gun, so target him as quickly as possible, if you can, or target everyone. I'm not sure Slugger's the best for this. It's pretty good in considering the size, but you don't want to do certain moves where you're just going to hit the wall. But yeah, take out Gunman as quickly as possible because he is going to do some damage. As you can see, that move loops perfectly on everyone. Boom, kick to the face. Get out of my sight. Down he goes. So you run to the next bit after that. You got plenty of cutscenes in between here as well. They're trying to drag, I'm going to call her Makoto, because I can't remember her name. It's Makimura, there you go, Makimura. So, help Makimura. Kill the Yakuza. This bit, especially, you want the Slugger, because if they get close to her, you can just slug them out the way. Bam, bam, bam. And get there as quick as possible and attack them as quickly as possible, because when they grab onto her, they will do damage. And you don't want her to get damaged to the full because you have to redo the whole running section again. So there are certain points in this as well where you're running where you sort of, like, there's a mini cutscene where you sort of sneak up behind someone and you've got to press 2 different buttons. Sometimes it's the same button, but yeah, you've got to press a button and then he'll run out of his sort of hidey hole, he'll crawl up behind him and then he goes for the choke and you have to press the right button at the right time. So if you do that correctly, you'll avoid fights, which is the main important point, because it's not a worry for you in terms of getting killed by the enemies. It's a worry for you that Makimura might get grabbed and lose health, and on Legendary she loses health real quick, so you want to be avoiding the fights as best you can. So as we can see here, it's going to start the little running away section. And the Yakuza 0 is probably, for me, the best Yakuza that I've played so far, out of 0 to 7. So you really want to enjoy the story of this one. It's just beautiful. As you can see on the screen, you can hide where the blue sections are. They'll start running towards you. They'll turn around if they're on a pattern, and then you just want to head towards the purple arrow. But make sure you're not getting chased by them. So they're going to turn around now. They're going to come back towards us, probably past us, as far as I'm aware. Or they're just going to keep going. Yeah, they're going to keep going. So I accidentally sort of triggered them at the wrong point. But you go down there, hide if you can, get in behind them. As you can see, there's a little alleyway there where you can just sneak around them, which is good. If you want to do that, feel free to. And if not, you can just wait for them. They'll run back, you get to the next blue section, and then run past them. But yeah, they're all on a loop, basically, of going up and down, investigating where to find you. So I chose not to opt in for the thingy, which is a risky move, really. I might not make it. I did make it. But yeah, the easiest way is to go left there, through the alleyway, and then around, back through this alleyway to this hiding spot. As soon as they go past, you sneak out again, run as quickly as you can, straight ahead, north, and then you want to duck to the right, and as you can see, more enemies have popped up, and here you go, a sneak sequence. So, sneak sequence, she's blind, so she can't see anything, she's worried, she's like, what is going on? Looks like the sort of doll out of Team America. Has no idea what's going on, flapping around. So you press the button. On Legendary, they're a lot quicker, these buttons. But yeah, you've got to be relatively quick. If you don't succeed, he'll turn around and he'll start a fight. And you'll have to beat him, and it's a whole to-do. Whereas, if you do that, you know, you clear the section, so you can just walk on. So, we've turned to the right here. Keep going down. Uh-oh, they've seen us. Can we hide? We can't hide for some reason. I don't know why it wasn't working. It's probably because they've seen us completely. So, yeah. If they see you, you get in a fight. And you have to protect Makimura, basically. So, Slugger style. Don't let her get caught as best you can. Because it can be tricky. And if you do the square triangle, it should obliterate them pretty well. If you've got your strength up, your power up, sorry, on the things. What I would say is beat Mr. Shakedown as early as possible and get that money in and put it into power, like attack power, because you need to. For certain ones, it makes it so much easier. And as long as you got heals and stuff, you should be fine. But the main aim here is to not let Makimura get hit as much as possible. So do a little sneak around. I think I got lucky with the pattern here. I was double checking to see if anyone was coming that way. Checking where to go. We could go straight on, but we're not gonna. We're gonna go through the park, and we're gonna hide there. And they're gonna run past because they're on some dodgy loop. If they get past, because they've split up for some reason, which is really annoying. Really annoying. Because that's not how it should go. So now he's going to turn around, and now they're sort of off sync, which is really, really annoying. So now we have to make the decision, do we go, do we not? And we chose to go. So basically we're going to run in behind this guy to the left. Another set of enemies have spawned, which is an absolute nightmare. You have to hope that they don't see you. I mean, you get a bit of like time to avoid them, so it's not the end of the world if they do see you. But yeah, if you go in here and then you turn left at the park entrance, turn left, run up there to the north, cut across the park. They shouldn't be able to see you, but you can cut across the north end of the park. It might be safer. They won't be able to see you. You can hide there if you want, but just keep going. And then I would try and get to that second blue dot to the north. And then you can hide there if necessary. I'm taking in a quick dream machine because you rarely see a million on the dream machine. Not always, but yeah. Always go for dream machines as you're going through the game. You get certain items for several things. Including pocket circuit racing, stuff like that, so definitely do them as much as you can. It also goes towards completion because yeah, there's certain items and stuff you'll get. I think you have to do 40 or 50, I think, for completion, but you do get certain items that are really useful, and it's definitely worth doing, so might as well do it. Choke out the other guy. Go to the right, an actual scripted cutscene will happen. I was worried there to see if they were going to come and get me. But yeah, cut across the library bit. This is an automatic one where they see you. So you have to fight these ones. And yeah, just plow through them as best you can. Shouldn't be too many issues. Excuse me, I'm rather tired, but yeah. Slugger. Bam, bam, bam. Watch out behind you because he's going to grab her. Oh, he's gone into the loop, but it's worked out, luckily. But yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Like, if you take notes on using the slugger here, this is what you want to do. Unskippable scenes, which is unfortunate. But yeah. So there's another sort of mini-ish section of this where you have to get to sort of the north footpath above the river. So same strat again. Hide until they turn around. Run in behind them as best you can. Try not to get caught. I was getting screwed over with the button pressing for some reason. It wasn't letting me get out of it, or I pressed it twice or whatever, and it was being a pain. So we go for it here. I don't know if we get caught. I think we might do. Or we hide again. Or we just wait. Yeah, we hide again because they came down again. But as soon as they turn around, you go for it. Absolutely go for it. If you can get to the hiding group on the right, if not, then you've got some work to do. And again, she wouldn't get out of it for some reason. I don't know what was going on. It was really delayed. And it happened again. Oh, I must have been so angry at this point. I must have been so salty. Maybe I was looking at the group to the right as well. That's probably what it was. But yeah, you want to get out as quickly as possible. Go, go, go. I think you can just ignore the group to the right, to be quite honest. Hide in behind these, because they're about to turn around. As soon as they get straight past you, go for it. If you can get through there, you're away. There you go. Duck in behind. I would run to the third group if you want. They're going to turn around because they've seen you. Try and get to the left as quickly as possible. Hopefully we'll make it. And we did, because there's a little cutscene there to the north. And they're blocking you off on that route. So you go down these little stairs. And essentially there's another fight against those people that you fought in the Chinese massage therapy room. So stroll through. Go on, Makimura. Keep up the pace. Keep up the pace. And then you beat these guys down, and it's pretty much the end of the chapter there. So, pretty big chapter in terms of, you know, fights and stuff. Bit of a mini gauntlet. If you mess up as well, you got a lot more fights ahead of you. So make sure you've got heals and stuff. You need to be prepared for these circumstances. But yeah, these guys aren't too bad again. Use the slugger. Watch out for the walls. It's the best way to get through. You can also use breaker as well, but with breaker you might get interrupted when you're doing the spinny move on the floor. The spinny move on the floor is just like the best thing ever. It's just like the most broken thing in a game I've ever seen. It's preposterous. But yeah, this guy's a bit more dangerous than the average Joe. But you can knock him down, take out his buddy, and finish him. Oh no, he's blocked, but we can block as well. Kaboom! Slam to the face, baseball bat to the face again, and it's over. Job done. So you get a decent amount of money here. As you can see, I've got 2 billion yen, I think, already. So I've been fighting Mr. Shakedown as much as possible in these early sections. I do videos on that, so check those out if you need some guidance on that. Easy-ish way to fight him. It's harder at the start, but you get better, so it gets easier. But he also gets stronger, so you need to watch out for that. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this helps, and yeah, drop a comment, a like, subscribe, etc. Peace out.